tap it in. Just tap it in. Give it a little tappy. Tap, tap, tap-a-roo.
Cash that fucking ticket. I'm so fucking happy for you guys. So fucking happy for you guys. What a time that was. I had a blast. No, all seriousness, congrats to you guys. I wasn't on it. I'll tell you what, though, if it was Sam Burns and not Bobby Mack, there's 0% chance I'd be on this show today. 0% chance. So all hats off to you guys. Great hit. Glad a bunch of people got on it. Not me, so I'm still in mourning here. But I'm happy for you guys.
So to recap for the people, the reason you're not too upset is because you wouldn't have bet it even if you were on the show.
I was never betting. I actually bet Seamus Power at the same number, and he missed the cut.
Okay, so yeah, overall, I mean, that was probably one of the best wins of my life. Just the entire story around it. It's like those feel-good stories in golf are great, but then when you feel like you're part of it because you bet on it and you get to, witness and actually be happy for the guy instead of being pissed you lost a bet or something, makes it that much better. Bob Mack is the man. I mean, I had a gut feeling going into the week about him. I just feel like he's a guy who could win a Canadian Open. And I know, like you said, Canada's basically America. In a lot of ways it is, but it just has a different vibe to it. Like a national Open, I think the players, those European players care about those more than the American players do for the most part. And he was putting it really well, and we knew it could be a putting contest. A lot of times these good putters win in Canada, and he brought that putter with him. People are going to say he didn't gain strokes in approach, whatever, but he's never a guy like going into an event where you're going to say, well, if Bob Mack, if he wins, he's going to be gaining 8.5 strokes on approach. Like no one feels that way. He's kind of like a gritty, tough grinder type of guy who can win a tough event. He showed bouncing back multiple times from tough spots and making mistakes and every time he thought he was dead, he would bounce back and make a big shot. So hats off to Bob. I mean, I absolutely love this guy. The whole thing with his dad, all the interviews afterwards. I mean, just an amazing, amazing week. And I'm very excited and happy I got to be a part of it.
Yeah, really pumped about those memes. Just put me in there. Good Sensi tracker just tossing me in there. I'm thrusting everything. I didn't win dick. I'll give a couple thrusts for you though.
I don't think he was on it either.
He's probably on Sunjay or something.
Yeah. Yeah. I think he said he took the week off.
I didn't watch anything Sunday. I was at an AU tournament all day. But like Saturday, I mean, that's when the tournament was won. That stretch, 4 or 5 holes, right? When he started drilling 50 footers left and right. But I mean, looking at the stats on Sunday, I mean, I was ready to come on here and be like, "Hey, congratulations, Bob Mack won a putting." But it looked like Sunday he was nails with all facets of the game, right? His around the green game, yeah, he gained like 2 on approach Sunday alone. Wow. I think. But I mean, he also gained like 5 strokes around the green or something like that, along with the 11 putting. Which 11 putting is just out of this world, but most of that was Monday or Thursday through Saturday, I believe.
He got up and down from everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely. I didn't watch. I mean, I watched the first hole Sunday, and then I had to get out of there for basketball. But there was definitely some shaky moments, right?
Oh, plenty of them. Yeah, Devon, what were his stats for the week and day?
So Bob Mack gained almost 3 around the greens, and Blake, you nailed it. He gained just over 2 in approach on Sunday. For the week, Bob gained about just under 0.2 of a stroke in approach. So yeah, and he gained almost 12 putting on the week.
Yeah, I think everybody in the top 10 gained putting besides Burns.
Yeah.
And they all gained like significant amounts on putting. But I mean, that was I actually enjoyed the course. Very different from last time they played it. Obviously the changes were a lot better for the event. And we got the score where you want it to be there in that 14, 15 under range. And if you weren't in the fairway, you were kind of fucked, right?
Yeah.
So it was big off the tee and putting week.
And I thought the course was awesome. Course was perfect. I wish the Canadian Open was at Hamilton every single year. I think that would be awesome because that course looked great. And then in retrospect, like part of the Bobby Mack argument was you had the Ebert redesign, who designed Royal Portrush, which Mack came sixth there as a really young player. And then Sunday comes and it's kind of dreary. And I remember just looking at the course and looking at him, be like, this feels like a British Open a little bit. Like it had that vibe to it, and the course had kind of a look to it, especially when it was drizzly, and you just know he was really comfortable. You know,
dark
skies, and I had a good feeling about it. And with Bob, his dad being on the bag obviously proved to be a huge difference. And I kind of tweeted about that after the round on Friday, where he seems like he's in a much better mental state. And obviously he had his dad come because he was a little bit lonely in the US and he didn't feel like it was that much of a good atmosphere. And the whole thing with him and his dad was just awesome.
Yeah, real cool.
I already got the picture up here. Show it to my wife here. I came home.
Wow. Look at
usually
that.
takes her weeks. I came home and this thing was just up.
Wow, there we go.
So happy about that. Finally get that filled out a little bit. But overall, just one, not just because the tournament was great, it was, but how much I needed to win the bet. Obviously hit it pretty good and really opens things up for the next few weeks with some big events. You got a double week this week. So feeling great about the win.
Yeah, and I'm still struggling.
we need to win.
What are you gonna do? People are asking me if I'm on suicide watch, ready to jump off a bridge. I mean, like, yeah, it sucks I didn't hit a winner, but like I wasn't that upset about it. Like, I mean, I was pissed, but I wasn't like I was never gonna be there. Actually, I texted you many times, I think. Bob Mack, right?
You did, yeah. You said bad bet, actually.
Terrible.
Yeah, that shit happens. I don't know. I was wrong. I've been wrong about a ton of shit this year. This hasn't been a great season for me.
Yeah. But I've never seen, like, I don't want to press too hard on this, but I've never seen you as adamant about a guy like if you bet a guy at 20-1, it could be a bad bet, but adamant that a guy who's 80-1, like, wouldn't you think he's a guy who
see him gaining 11 strokes putting, and I thought it was a bad bet before he went on that run on Saturday. I thought he had zero chance to win after the
Saturday night. You told me he wasn't going to win. He was up 4.
I didn't think he was going to win going into Sunday either. Yeah, but clearly he played incredible Sunday. I didn't watch this. I watched the first hole and that was it.
But aren't there guys who just aren't stat guys?
Yeah, for sure.
And isn't he one of them?
I really don't know. I just know like he hasn't been on the tour that long.
Yeah.
I just know the name because he's on the European tour. But how do I gauge that? There's a million guys on the European tour that don't fucking win on the PGA tour, right?
Yeah. Yep. And I would say in general, the entire card was really good. You had, you had Burns was up there for a while. Obviously, you had a great start on Thursday, and then whoever the fuck else. But I
was looking back on it. It's not just the card though. Like we've been peppering these tournaments.
Yeah.
Every week. I was some assholes. Are you going to update your ROI sheet? And I'm like, oh fuck, I forgot to do it for that. And I went back and looked at. I'm like, we're top 5 every fucking week.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
Like
He pretends he's a fan, but he only says negative things every time.
Yeah,
and tries to frame it as a positive thing. Like, fuck you, man.
Like, wow, we've been peppering this board. So I mean, I know wins are hard to come by, but like we had Straka the week before, 5th. Bryson obviously the week before that,
and then Ben on 3rd.
Yep.
I mean, just every single week we have a guy in the mix, which is all you can really ask for. The range that we typically bet has been dead and I was thinking about this earlier too. The bets, 3 of the PGA Tour bets I've hit this year were all between 66 and 80.
Yeah, we talked about it on one of the shows recently.
Oh, I mean, and then another one for
25 to the 25 to 50 range ain't hitting.
No, it isn't. But like, I have 3 from 66 to 80 that are keeping me afloat. Decky, Akshay, and and then this one. So, yeah, that's good. Anything else we want to talk about this Canadian Open?
I can't say much. I didn't watch Sunday, so.
Devon, we missed anything about the tournament?
So yeah, I mean, I think we were all over it. Between Burns, Mac, and I actually had Tom Kim, and I sit there and I'm like, man, if he didn't putt like Gary Woodland the first 2 days, I think he was right there too.
Well, that's right. We have a bet.
Yeah, I just set myself up for that one. Right as Blake said, Pepper. I mean, here we go. But yeah, I thought Tom, Bob, and Sam. I watched just all three. I felt like those were the three best bets you could have made, and I was on all three of them. So I was pretty thrilled about that. But yeah, why don't you explain what we have going on here?
So on Sunday, Devon was obviously rooting for Tom Kim, had a bet, and he was 3 under through 3, coming up to 4, the par 5, which everybody birdied, and then 5, the drivable par 4, which most people were birdieing. And basically, I said he wasn't going to birdie either of them after he was already -3 through 3. And Devon said if he didn't birdie either 4 or 5, he would do a cayenne pepper shot on the show. So doesn't birdie 4, doesn't birdie 5.
Fucking lips out on 4.
Lips out on 4 and doesn't birdie 5 because I was just rooting for my bet and I was like, fuck that, I don't give a fuck. Tom's not shooting a 63 to put it in my ass here. And so contrary to some YouTube weirdo guy calling me out saying I did a cayenne pepper thing for attention or something, which isn't true. Look at the Barbara O'Neill videos on YouTube. She's so good with these natural herbs and supplements, and I think big pharmaceutical companies are kind of destroying the health of our country. So I think that's why I try to look for these natural ways to heal issues, and it's really, really good for you. And there's a lot of research and stuff behind it that I kind of got into a little bit, and especially with potential heart issues in the family and all that, cayenne pepper is the best thing for it. So although Devon lost his bet, I'm really trying to save his life.
In hindsight, Bob winning is better for the two of us. I would rather have had Bob, but in the moment, I'm like, fuck, I need some insurance.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm giving you some insurance on your health. And so here you go. You got some cayenne pepper. Raise it up a little higher once you do it. So just a little bit of water. You're going to squirt some, shake some in there. It has to be a generous amount. It's going to be a little spicy, I'm going to tell you.
So tell me when to stop. It has
like a teaspoon.
Teaspoon?
Yeah, just about. I it.
Okay.
Blake, you should be doing this too for your health, man.
I should. I was just gonna talk to you about it.
Yeah, it's. I'm gonna send you some videos on it, but it's a blood stimulant. Does a lot of great things for you.
All right, here we go. I mean, how does that look?
It looks pretty good.
That might be more than a teaspoon. This is gonna suck.
No, it does, dude. I do it every day, multiple times. It's fucking.
Do it every day.
Every day, every morning.
All right, here we go.
I don't know if I can afford all that cayenne pepper.
Oh my
God.
God.
It's $2 for the whole thing.
I'm just kidding.
That is not good.
All right, maybe I'll have to start doing cayenne pepper shots to get off the schneid here.
It worked for me.
Fuck you, Tom Kim.
No, dude, it's so good. It doesn't make you feel good though. Literally a jolt of life.
Wakes you up a little bit, but it tastes so bad. It's not that.
No, it tastes fantastic. Do you like spicy stuff?
I do, but it needs to be in like salsa form or like a damn
straight down the hatch, baby.
Yeah. Hopefully, yeah, that was awful.
I promise you, in like 10 minutes, you're gonna feel awesome.
It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be, though. Like I expected to throw up on my computer.
No, it's not bad. It's not like that at all. You think I'd really do it every day if it was that bad? Just forcing myself to do it.
Fuck, I don't know.
No, it's fucking great.
All right, well, fuck Tom Kim. Fuck Tom Kim.
All right, so we'll move on. I guess nothing else from that tournament besides it was awesome. I'm the coolest, and we're just gonna move on.
Boom.
All right, so Memorial, big week, big event. Muirfield Village, obviously one of the biggest non-majors of the year. This is another signature event. This is one of the 3 invitationals that actually has a bit of a cut to it. Not a huge one, but you get a little bit of a cut. There's 73 in the field, only 50 in ties will play the weekend. And as well as that old rule kind of came back, anyone within 10 shots of the lead. So, it won't be too many guys cut, but I think at least makes it a little bit more interesting. Past winners here, you had Vic last year at 7 under. We were on that one. Billy Ho before that, Cantlay, Rom 2020. I was on that one. That was when Blake regrets not having. Cantlay, Bryson beat Ben on in the playoff that year.
I was on that one.
You're on that one.
That was fucking electric.
I wasn't on that one. And
the 2020 workday we were on too.
Yes, we're on the 2020 workday with Colin. And Devon, I know you were on a few of those as well.
Yeah, I was on Colin and Vic. All I wanted was JT to play like shit in the workday. And then at 2020 Memorial, I was on Rom. In 2021, I was on fucking Cantlay, who got bailed out by Rom getting. That's what led me to take.
Oh, you were on Cantlay, you cocksucker! That I went on a fucking soapbox for that shit. That was the biggest bullshit win ever.
It was, but that's what sparked me to take Rom at the U.S. Open at 11-1. It's like, this guy just got fucking robbed at $2 million. You think he's not going to go win next week?
Yeah, I tried that, but Matt wouldn't let me bet him.
Blake, I feel like that was when Cantlay robbed Rom of that win. I thought that was kind of when you turned on him and stopped hating him.
Yeah, I did. Fucking libs, man. The libs they ruin everything. But it actually helped me in that one. I actually now like John because of that.
Yeah. And Workday, Blake, that was one of the best cards ever created. We had a 3-man card. Colin, Vic, and Brooke. They finished 1, 2, 3.
No,
no.
It was Workday, but that was that concession.
That was that concession.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Both Colin wins though.
And Colin and Vic were both in both of them, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
That was the best card ever created.
It was.
Yeah.
That was when Vic got hit it in that bush.
Made an 8.
Yeah.
Definitely should have won the tournament.
So we worked out either way. So the course is par 72, 7,500, 71 yards. Fast bent grass greens. Jack Nicklaus design. Redesigned by Nicklaus. And the course can play difficult depending on how firm it gets. But the greens are really, really fast. That's probably one of the biggest defenses. Last year, there was 120 in the field, so we're down a bit. So field is good. Everyone's playing. No one's really out. They gave some great sponsors exemptions to some really stud players. Matt Kuchar, who's still in his prime. Brant Snedeker, who guy's fucking pretty good still. And
those guys are the next Ryder Cup captains.
Yeah. And then who's the other one? Billy, who makes sense.
Billy makes a ton of sense. Won a couple years ago, won 4 weeks ago.
So they're rewarding the past winners, which is good.
We got that that dude from Auburn too. Got in Nicholas Award. What's his name? Kovu. Is that how you say it?
I don't know, but I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I guess Nicholas Award makes sense.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
question.
Yeah.
Should this event be the week before the U.S. Open?
No.
It's fucking bullshit, man. This is like the best event on tour.
Dude, the way they bungled the entire schedule is fucking asinine. I mean, all the best events are either before or after a major.
Yep.
Why don't you space it out and have make the great golf events prolonged throughout the spring and summer instead of just putting them all right next to each other when no one cares?
Yeah, so last week I'm like, I gotta retire. But then I look at the schedule, I'm like, fuck. It's like the 2 best events of the season. I go back to back, Memorial and U.S. Open. It's like, how the fuck am I gonna retire? I already have U.S. Open bets. I'm gonna fucking skip the Memorial because it's just a great tournament all the time. But yeah, this is bullshit. Like they ruined it with the 75 guys or whatever, and it should be 120. and then before the U.S. Open. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's
And then they have another signature event after the U.S. Open.
right after.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travelers.
So there's 3 in a row.
Yeah. And then you get into John Deere, Rocket Mortgage, 3M. Like, they should put this event like around some shit events.
yeah, it's truly
Maybe the tour players want it, so they kind of.
That's what I was thinking. It's
Good test, right?
Mm-hmm.
But that's good about it. But the thing I think it should be 2 weeks before, because that way the week before half the guys don't like playing week before and half do. Give them a choice.
Yeah, they did it again with Wells. Wells was the week before the PGA.
No one had a choice, which is crazy. So, and you mentioned Travelers. I will mention that we are going to the Travelers. I know I will be. We'll see if Blake can win a bet between now and then. I think maybe we should. We have some good stretch coming up, but we'll be at the Travelers. Hopefully, get a group together. I'm trying to go Friday, Saturday, get in the DraftKings suite on Saturday, on the grounds on Friday, stay the night, maybe hit the casino Friday night, wake up. I think that'll be a really great, awesome, fun time. So if anyone's in the area and wants to hang out, let us know.
Yeah, I'll be there. I just don't know which days. But we didn't go last year, but we go most years.
I went last year. You didn't go.
Did you? Oh, okay.
I bought a inside this little like area with the TVs and stuff. It was fun.
You stayed in there?
Oh, I got fucking hammered the whole time. I just stayed in there the whole time and got hammered.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch any of the golf.
I think I want to stay in the suite too. I've walked around TPC River Highlands a million times. So
dude, it takes too much out of me.
Yeah. I could sit at 16 for a little bit. But
so you know where the that like place is? It's like a big box and it's overlooking a couple holes.
Yeah.
So you can see some golf.
Yeah. It overlooks them teeing off on 15, right?
Yeah.
The drivable par 4.
Yeah, and but then you can also watch the broadcast on the TV.
Yeah. That's the way
and it's at the bar too, so you don't have to like walk fucking 17 miles to get a beer.
Yeah.
And he comes with a couple of drink tickets and like a hot dog ticket.
Oh, sweet. Hot dog.
All right. I think you get a sausage as well. So yeah, that'll be fun.
You can only afford hot dogs these days.
Yeah, but the ticket, you don't even have to worry about it. So all right, so there's that. Memorial. Any thoughts on this event in general? I mean, I feel like it's been relatively predictable. I think the big things are, I mean, obviously we've hit it a bunch of times, and every time there's an event at this course, like it's pretty obvious the guys who are going to play well. I think the Nicklaus design players kind of rise to the top. I think good iron players.
We're looking at what happened 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
those guys. Right.
I think it's going to be a really similar leaderboard to the PGA.
But it's not going to be as easy.
No, but I just think the same type of players.
This is where Scotty lost like 10 strokes putting and was one shot out of the playoff last year. I didn't realize he had great history here. I thought we were getting to the season where he doesn't have good history, but he just has top threes the last 2 times he's played.
Yeah.
I think this place is perfect for him.
Yeah, fuck. I wasn't really thinking about that coming in, but
yeah, I gotta be honest. The last few weeks I've come on here and said I believe Scotty's not going to win. I've been right. Prior to that, a couple times I was wrong. This time I'm actually scared.
I'm scared from the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, I am too. Well, that's the show.
Fuck. Are you scared about Rory?
No.
I'll tell you, I'm not scared about is Xander.
No.
Yeah, I agree.
You're not scared about Rory?
I mean, I hope he learned his lesson, man. I hope he learned his lesson. Don't go and win this thing. Just play well. Get it ready for next week.
We've said it many times. He doesn't win a major after winning the week before.
Right. So he cannot win this. He cannot win this.
What are you gonna do if he does?
I don't know. Probably nothing.
Okay.
What could I do?
Yeah, I guess those are the top three. You get Scotty at 3.5 to 1, Rory at 7 or 8, X at 8 or 9. I bet X here 1 year. He's got all right history. Not terrible at all. But I mean, first event off the PGA victory. Yeah, I just can't see him winning, right?
Yeah. No. So those three. I mean, we think Scotty has a great chance. Rory, he's playing good, but I don't think he really wants to win. He shouldn't want to win, and if he does, then that fucking blows.
Last week was perfect. That's what you need to do again. Just do what you did last week.
How were his stats last week?
Good.
Really good.
So,
yeah, 3.8 approach, 2 off the tee, 7 tee to green, gained across the board.
He said he found something in his swing too.
He had that bad round.
And he was hung over on Thursday.
Oh, so look at this. Thursday, 3.4 approach. Saturday, 2.8 approach. Sunday, 0.6 approach. Lost 3 on Friday. So you take that. I mean, that's just he's lost since Wells. There's only been 2 rounds where he's lost on approach, and the other one was like 0.7. This one was 3 in 1 round. So yeah, his stats were great.
Yeah. I think a repeat of that would be completely perfect. So top 3, I was not betting. Before we get into the odds of the rest of the guys, I'm going to talk about who we're going to win. Just a quick Let's Go. We got a special promo going this week, and all of us are wearing Let's Go shirts right now. They're incredibly comfortable. Definitely gonna be rocking with the Travelers for anyone who's going. So off the winner, we needed to get a promo. So that's what I told them. We need a new promo off the winner. So the promo code is gonna be Bobby Mac, BOBBYMAC. Promo code Bobby Mac, and the deal you're gonna get is 2 shirts for $90. So that's almost 50% off. $45.
Actually, great shirts. I golfed in one of them. I golfed in the black one you guys are wearing on Friday, and so comfortable.
It's fantastic. I wish I could explain how well that I'm not like just saying this because it's a sponsor of the show. Like I honestly love this shirt. It's the most comfortable golf shirt I've ever worn.
Yeah, you know when you wear a black shirt too, like you can get hot. Like it was almost 80 degrees, and I wasn't hot at all.
Yeah, breathable. So any 2 for 90, and these deals aren't going to last long. The reason it's happening is because there's 16 or so new shirts coming. So they just want to look forward to the new stock, move some of this, and move on. So I think it's definitely a great time to buy. It's not going to be these big sales in the future. And I love the black and white camo. For my opinion, are just the 2 best shirts. They're completely classic. So I love them.
Yeah, great guys too.
Rory and X are both 9 to 1 now.
Let's Go guys, great guys.
Oh, Let's Go guys are great guys. Absolutely.
Rory and X are both 9. I got no interest in either one. I could see Rory and Scotty winning, but I hope Rory doesn't win just for his mentals and take some pressure off the guy for once.
Yeah, totally.
What was this deal with Balionis? Did they did an interview together?
Yeah, I don't think people I don't know. I didn't really look into it too much. I don't care that much.
Okay.
Did you see Devon? I don't know.
I saw them, I saw they had an interview, but I didn't think it was anything that hadn't happened before. But I think Twitter finally caught on to the fun little rumor and decided to just post all about it now that it's a thing.
She looked like she lost some weight. She was dancing around on the 14th hole there.
She was dancing around.
Yeah,
the little party hole with Colton Nose. She was wearing trying to figure out which hockey jersey she wanted to put on.
Oh, I didn't see that part.
But her waist looked a little thin there.
That's good.
Breasts were popping.
All right, into the odds. If you go on Bet MGM, new customer, use the code TAPGolf, and then you can get that deposit match up to $250. I know a couple people who used it and use those bonus bets. Hopefully use them on Bob Mack, but we'll see what we got this week. All right, next range of golfers. What do we got?
So we've got in the teens, you've got Colin and Vic. Colin 14, Vic 18, and Ludwig, he's drifted down to the mid-20s.
Okay. I mean, we bet Colin this morning at 16-1. I think I would bet a 14 still. I don't think I'd bet a 12, right?
Yeah.
I was going into it expecting an 18, but fine with a 16. I think he's slotted where he should be slotted on this odds board.
I agree.
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, I was anticipating 16, hoping for an 18, and it was 16 pretty much everywhere. But I checked Fanatics, and he was an 18, so I put a pretty good whacker there on the 18. And I just think it's a perfect course for him. Obviously, he's been in the mix here multiple times, lost in that playoff when when Rahm got robbed because of the COVID, and he's won obviously the workday. Beat JT in a playoff. That was a little bit of easier setup, but I just think it's a perfect golf course for him. You don't have to be crazy long off the tee. You just got to hit a bunch of fairways, which he does. And it's a second shot course where iron play is going to be the most important. I think he's the most likely winner of the event. I really think he wins the event. He's been in the mix every single week over the past month or so, including the PGA Championship at Valhalla, another Nicklaus design. And that didn't even feel like it suited him as well. So I just think this is a perfect event for him.
This is Mr. Nicklaus here.
Yes.
Him and Vic are, yeah. He was also last year, he was also 2 shots back going into the final round before he withdrew with back spasms, and he wasn't even playing well last year at the time.
He's going to be involved.
Right. And so last 12 rounds, he's first in fairways gained and first in good drives gained. He just peppers fairways. And I know his approach isn't to the level we've talked about where we want to see it, like the 6, 7 on approach, but he's just finding a way to get the ball in the hole as quick as possible.
Yep. And the approach is getting better too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What was he last?
I think 4.5.
Colonial.
He's gained 4 in each of his last 2.
Okay,
and
there we go. Trending
around
up.
the green, which we know plays a part here, hasn't always been his strongest skill set, but around the green, he's gained in all but one event this year.
6 at the PGA around the green.
Yeah. He's figuring that part of his game out. It just seems like he's in a good spot. Like during the few times we've had to dodge him, and we have, I felt like I think we can dodge him this time, but we're not going to be able to dodge him for long.
Yeah, look at the last, Masters 3rd, Heritage 9th, Wells 16th, PGA 4th, Colonial 4th.
Yeah. I was like, I think we can dodge him one more time, but after that, we got to get on. And that's where I feel like we're at right now with him.
And I really like that he hasn't won this event. Like, if Vic didn't win last year, I think we'd be on Vic again.
Yeah.
Well, we definitely would be on Vic again. But I like that he hasn't won the Memorial. I know he's won at this course, but yeah, I'm all in on Colin. I think he's going to win too. I think he's your winner.
Yeah, I do too.
What are our what would be any hesitations on the bet? Just the number, I guess.
Number, and then just that he's probably going to be popular.
Right. But you're in a 70-man field. I mean, I don't know.
And I think it's worth noting at Valhalla, he was about neutral when it came to putting, and that's when he lost about 5 on Sunday. He had been rolling that thing all. He had one bad day.
He didn't make a birdie, right? Or he made one on 18?
I think he made one. Yeah, he made one at the end of the day, and that was par 4.5 anyways.
He had chances.
Yeah, he missed shorty after shorty.
But the fact that he bounced back and then goes 4th for the Charles Schwab, I think it tells a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah. Tee to green stats are up the last 2. Big time.
Oh, yeah, baby.
Just like Vic went back to Mayo, he went back to, I believe, I don't know how to pronounce it, Sessenhaus? Rick Sessenhaus is his coach, who had him playing best golf. You see both of them go back to their guys that they were with when they came on the scene, and now just out of left field, in quotes, they're both back. I don't think,
How long ago did Colin go back to him?
I think about 2 months prior to Vic going back to Mayo. It was this spring. It was
Okay. So it was after he won.
after.
Logo.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
What else on Colin? Okay, I guess we got to have the Vic conversation. You know what I was thinking about before we get into Vic this year? Last year, do you remember the chip Vic had
When he won?
when he won? The chip that went like 2 inches
Oh, yeah.
on that par 3. I think it was like maybe the 13th hole. One of the holes, I forget. I thought we were done there. That was great, though, that he came back and bounced. Remember that chip? It was literally like it went like 2 inches.
Yeah, I do remember that.
I can't believe he bounced back and won that. And then wow, we beat Denny McCarthy twice. That was great.
Oh, so we owned Eddie McCarthy.
Yeah, we do. Oh, that was so good last year. That was so
Dude,
good.
I have such a short memory when it comes to these winners. Like I can barely remember Vic winning Memorial.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Why can't I remember it?
I don't know. You should replace that Bob Mack picture though with Vic. Much
I
prettier.
know.
Now you get a fucking lesbian, fucking Scottish guy.
I remember not being
Pasty white guy. Get that smile. Get that big smile on that board. We'll get him at Troon. We'll get him at Troon.
Oh yeah, that's where we're gonna get him.
All right. So Vic, what's the concerns there? Like, because he could just do a Colin Vic card and be perfectly fine.
I don't know. I mean, I have no real on-course concerns. I think he's back. He's playing well. I think he's probably gonna be involved.
It's not too soon.
It might be too soon. Yeah, I think it could be too soon. He had one good start. That's it, right?
Statistically wise, he was good. I think that was a lot on Sunday at the Wells Fargo.
Yeah.
He did most of his damage.
What did he finish?
20th, I think.
But he gained 3 in approach that day. It was the best since Eastlake.
Yeah. He's like the Sunday hot guy going into the next week.
That's what made me have a little life in him. But
he's fully back, you think?
I think fully back. That doesn't mean he's gonna immediately win, but I do think like game wise, he's back.
These two love Nicholas.
Yeah, they do. He's gonna win very soon, I think.
All right, we're just gonna pass though.
Yeah. What's his odds?
18.
I'm fine with pass. I like Colin better, and for me, it was choosing between those two.
Okay.
You like Colin better, right?
I like Colin better, yeah, but there's a world where you can just bet both of them.
Yeah.
That was originally my plan. I actually went back and I saw a text. It was from May 10th, and I had said, "Colin's your winner at Memorial." And then after Valhalla, I said, "Now I'm obligated to bet Vic," and I'm not. I'm not on Vic, but damn it, I really thought about the double barrel for a long time.
We don't bet guys to win back to back. Like win one year and then win again, but this one does feel a little different with him being out of the picture for 2-3 months.
I mean, I want to say I've never done that.
Yeah, we did it once.
We did?
Yeah, because it was like a major one of our talking points during the show. I want to say it was one of those loses, Burns or Homa. We did it.
Can't recall, but but yeah, definitely something I like to avoid. Because I feel like we got our Memorial Vic win, right? We got it. We got our money on him, and if he beats us, he beats us. But I want to bet for someone else to win this event.
Yeah, I just want money. I don't give a fuck right now. Just give me a win.
Well, I want it. So that brings us to the next guy who hasn't won this event yet, who I do like a lot. Justin Thomas.
Okay. Haven't lost more money on this guy. But go ahead, sell me.
Well, that's true, but we've still hit him 5 or 6 times.
Oh, very profitable. Just not in the last 2 years.
Yeah, and he's up to 30-1 now on FanDuel, which
I got a little guest. I want to
Luca.
know. I want to know his picks. We got everybody involved.
All right, Luca. First of all, who won last week?
Uh, Bob.
Bob, that's right. You like him?
Yeah.
Were you rooting for him? At one point, me, Luca, and Nico were all chanting, "Let's go, Bob."
Wow. Should have
Remember
videoed
that? Then did he win? What'd you say when he won?
Yes.
And what did I tell you when you won? What happened?
I should get a prize.
Yeah. What are you getting? Pokemon cards?
I didn't get anything yet.
You couldn't really decide on something last night.
Pikachu?
I already have a Pikachu. I already have a million Pikachu.
Oh, a million Pikachu. Sorry.
He has everything already, so that's why it's tough to find something.
Luca, who's gonna win this week?
Tommy.
Tommy?
Tommy. That just changed everything.
I was not expecting that answer at all.
Holy shit. Excuse me, Luca.
Tommy's winning?
Wow. I don't know what to do now, Luca. I thought I could have sworn you were going to say Benny.
I thought you were going to say Benny.
Or Hideki.
Tommy, do you have any other picks? Stop doing this. Do you have any other picks? If you're not going to say anything, you're getting off.
I'm not gonna say it.
Do you have any other picks for the tournament?
No.
Tommy's the only pick?
Tommy's his pick. This is not good.
Single
This is
full,
not good for anybody.
40
What did
to
Tommy win? Okay, single
40.
bullet, 40-1. Tommy, that's what you got.
Boom. Wow.
Could Tommy win this thing?
I don't think so.
no.
They said Tommy can't win.
Is he in it?
He's in it. They just don't think he's going to win. What do you think? What do you say to that?
I think he's still gonna win.
Okay, we'll find out.
Hey, I love it. I love the
You keep you
conviction.
swayed. No, Benny. Benny's not going to win.
Just Hideki and Tommy.
Hideki and Tommy. All right, two-man card. He's
Two-man card.
Okay, Hideki and Tommy. There you go. Say bye to everybody.
Bye.
Say go Bob Mac.
Go Garden Man.
All right.
see
Bye,
ya.
Luca.
Why are you so miserable, buddy?
Because I wanted to.
All right, Devin. What's the next
Yeah.
range?
So after
We didn't even talk about JT.
Oh, JT. I'm sorry. I got confused there. All right. Go ahead. Finish your JT thing.
I didn't even start it, but he's
All
30-1, which I like. He's obviously a Nicholas guy. He played great at Valhalla. I mean, he's been gaining strokes on approach more than we've seen over in the past few months. He's finished tied for 5th at the RBC Heritage, tied for 21st at Wells Fargo, tied for 8th at the PGA Championship. The PGA Championship one, I was pretty encouraged by that performance. I didn't think he was going to play well, and he did. He's been great on Nicholas throughout his career. Second at that workday. We talked about that. Same course. Last 30 rounds at Muirfield Village, he's 6th in strokes gained total. The ball striking is really just getting better. He gained 4.1 strokes on approach at the PGA Championship to go along with 4.6 off the tee. So 8.7 ball striking at the PGA Championship, which is, again, another Nicholas design at Valhalla. So he's also, off the tee has been a concern for him. He's gained strokes off the tee, and it's improved in 4 consecutive starts. It's gotten better and better each week.
I think Devin's going to counter you here with saying it's mostly distance that he does off the tee, not fairways, which I think is a concern.
That's my thing with him. I'm not on JT, and I see the appeal. I mean, my God, if he finds fairways, yeah, he's going to be up there with a great chance to win. But I don't know. There's something about it that just didn't. He never even crossed my mind coming into the week, and he's playing great. I was on him at Valhalla, and he was just unbelievable tee to green there. So I completely get it, but something's not there for me when it comes to off the tee.
Matt, you worried? You worried that his performance at Valhalla could have been a product of the fans kind of carrying him through?
I don't think so. I mean, he was number 1 tee to green on the week, I believe.
Wow.
And he was either 1 or 2. I want to say 1, but he lost 3 putting. And
he loses putting every fucking week. He fucking can't make putts for shit. He's a goddamn asshole.
And
Do you have any evidence, Devon, that he's not hitting fairways?
So I'll pull it up. I actually just had it up here.
57th in the field, fairways gained.
His last 24?
Last 12. 32 in good drives gained. Yeah, not good. 70th in fairways in the last 24.
Yeah. So I just pulled that up, and I've got my notebook here from last year where the thing that I wrote down in all caps, bold letters, was fairway driving accuracy. And I'm looking at it right here. Collins number 1 in that category.
Yeah, so where they Jack redid this, right, in 2021 or something?
2020.
2020. And that was to get a little bit more make off the tee a little bit more difficult for these guys, right?
Yeah. Fairway premium became more important at that time.
Yeah, I mean, I get that concern. I do. So he's just pumping it off the tee. That's why he's gaining strokes.
Yeah, he put that new, I believe it's a TSR4. He put it in the bag a month ago, and it took his ball speed from 177, 78 to about 83, 84. So he is hitting it farther. But
okay, I got a counter here. Vic, fairways gained last year, minus 2.6. The only guy in the top 8 to lose.
And oh yeah, I'm seeing that now. And I will say, when it comes to putting, I'm not concerned about his putting this week. I have that written down here that only 3 of the top 10 last year were top 10 in strokes gained putting. 6 of the top 10 were neutral or worse.
Wow.
And one of the guys that gained putting was Denny McCarthy, and it's the only way his putter is the only reason he plays professional golf. So I do.
Right, you can win here the way Denny did it, or you used to be able to at least.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you lap the field putting as he did, I definitely think that. So last year, Denny gained almost 12 putting.
Yeah.
Vic was 3rd in the field, and Vic only gained 6.
Yep. It's wild.
So there is a path, but I don't think somebody's going to come Bob Mackett for a second straight week on the greens.
Yeah, so I think with JT, I mean, JT has always been the type of player where he can maybe lose a couple off the tee left or right, but I just think if his iron game is on, just like Vic did last year, he can overcome it.
Yeah, I think that's a very fair point. And his short game is great.
Yeah, and if he dials it back, maybe can he hit fairways?
He's gonna win a Memorial at some point in his career. I've always thought this.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't he win in all the courses Tiger dominates at?
Yeah.
And so does Colin.
Right. Oh, man. I liked him a lot more yesterday.
But I like that nobody really likes him.
I still like him.
I mean, who else would you like?
It would just be Vic or a bunch of losers that can't make putts at 60 to 1.
So I'll take my chances with JT gained 9 strokes on approach.
There would be nobody else up here. Like, I'm not betting. I don't know. I'm not betting Cantlay. I don't think he's going to win for a third time. Numbers kind of shit. He's playing awful. Although the only places he does play well are his spots, and this is definitely one of his spots. Can't bet Tommy. Can't bet. I think Hideki's playing like trash. Injured. Ludwig, there's definitely a knee concern there, and he's never played here. And then you get into the 40 range. I mean, Russell Henley's now 40. I do like the Russell Henley fit, but I mean, you got to have your head examined if you're going to bet Henley at 40-1, right?
Oh, yep.
Yeah, you can still find a 50, but even that,
Yeah. So that's
like it at 60.
So if you're not going to bet JT, you're looking to get into the 50-60 range, which we're still going to get into the 50-60 range after betting Colin and JT.
So I like to call on JT start. I don't care what anybody says. I think JT can win this week.
Going back to the well.
Again, the last 2 years haven't been good, but he has been really good to us.
Oh yeah, I think I've hit him 5 times. So whatever. I'm not net positive on him. All right. I mentioned it. I don't know if you want to talk about those guys I just mentioned, but no interest, right?
No.
Okay, so let's go to the 45+ range, Devon.
So right there, you've got Wyndham Clark now at 50-1, which no interest there, I assume, but that is he's finally back into the range he belongs, so that's good.
Fucking belongs in the 80-1 range.
I think there's a case for that. Yeah, with how he's playing, I wouldn't take 70. He didn't cross my. It's fairway premium. I'm not taking him.
Nah, he's a piece of shit too.
Then you have Tom. I mean, I've been on him the last couple of weeks. He's playing good, but I'm not there. Then in the 50 through 60, you have Henley, Connors, Sungjae, Matt Fitz, Max Homa, Sam Burns, Spieth, and I could keep going. I'll just stop there for now.
Sahith too. What about Sahith? Everybody loved him Everybody loved him last week. He was 20. Now he's up to 50.
Yeah.
Well, you talk about driving accuracy. He's awful.
Yeah. He was 5th here last year, though.
Yeah, I mean, he can figure it out. He can get the ball in the hole. No questioning that.
No, that was 2 years ago. He was 5th.
What did he do last year?
58th.
He cannot hit fairways.
Was that his problem last week? I know he missed a lot of short putts last week. Because he was featured with Tommy. I watched him early.
Nuts. So he lost strokes putting. I had him on my card, and he was very shaky from the jump, just sloppy. And he has weeks like that. It's gonna happen.
He was missing fairways, right?
Yeah, missing fairways, missed short putts, and it was we signed up for a putting contest, so I took Sahith, thinking, he's a fantastic putter. But that's what putting contests are. Sometimes even the best can't show up in them. So.
I mean, he was right there at Valhalla.
I think
similar to Valhalla.
He was one of my first instincts going into the week. He was on my radar.
Feels like the old Memorial would be a lot better, right? Before Jack redid it.
Yeah,
recently.
When only second shot was the only thing that mattered.
Yeah.
Irons and putting. So yeah, I mean, I think there's merit to it. I wouldn't hate it if somebody bet him, but out on that, just go to some guy that we are going to bet, or I bet. Corey Connors, 60-1 this morning. I think it was 65 in some places. I bet a 60, and actually I got a 72. I think it was on Fanatics. He was like 70 or 75 this morning. And I thought that was a great number. I mean, since the last month or so, he's been incredible on approach. And yeah, he's done that in the past and still not won. Trust me, completely understand that. But his ball striking has been incredible. He was 4th in strokes gained approach last week. He was 2nd in strokes gained ball striking at the PGA Championship. He's playing awesome. I didn't think he was going to play well being the Canadian Open last week, him being the most talented Canadian. And he found a way to get involved. And he did make some putts, but he also, like I mentioned, was 4th in approach. So he was hitting the ball great. He's been hitting it great incredibly. for the last.
Nobody's hitting it better than him. Nobody.
So in the last 24 rounds, he's second in approach, fifth in ball striking, and he's 22nd in good drive percentage too. He hits fairways, and he's not like incredibly short either. So he hasn't been great at Muirfield Village. He's been okay, pretty good. His best finish came in 2022, finished T13, T22 back in 2020. So he's been good, not great. But his putting isn't good, but in the last 6 starts here, he's gained strokes putting in 3 of the 6, and he's 30th in the field in strokes gained putting on fast bent grass. So there's definitely hope that he could putt well, pretty well here.
I'm worried about him. Can he actually win like a big event?
Probably not.
He only won Valero twice?
Yeah.
I mean, I say nobody's hitting it better, but I mean, Scheffler and X are probably hitting it better than him. But
that's it.
Yeah. That's the only concern though. Like ball striking wise, he's total fit.
And the
history,
fairways
not the great, not the greatest history. Did have 13th in 2022, but miscut last year. He's striping it. I just don't know if he can actually get there.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know either. But I mean, you're getting a discount, man. This is you're getting one of the best ball strikers on tour, and the first 2 of them are 3-1 and 10-1, so and 9-1, and this guy's 60. So that's why he's 60, because he has been an underachiever in terms of what he's accomplished versus his skill level. But he does also fit the profile of guys who have kind of won here too.
Definitely.
I mean, I said earlier, like, isn't he like basically? And you said he's a better version, but when Kyle Stanley was at his peak, doesn't Connors play a lot like him?
Oh yeah, just stripers.
Stripe irons, aren't good putters, hit fairways, not incredibly long. So I think he's a good golf course fit. Devon, you didn't seem to get there on Connors. Did you have a counterpoint to the bet on him?
No, I mean, I was really contemplating it. I think you had both you had great cases. I do have some concerns there, but I'm also, prior to last week when we were coming into Canadian Open, we had talked about how 25-1 wasn't enough to get there, and because he hasn't contended all year. And I would say the only hole I would poke in Corey Connors is that is still true. He was 6th yesterday, but he played his last 5 holes and I believe 4 under, and just came roaring home with the home crowd behind him. I don't think he ever felt the pressure, except for maybe the 18th hole where it's like, hey, if I make birdie here, then I've got it. And he pulled his drive a mile left. So I do think that he lost strokes off the tee last week. That's not going to happen again. So I do think you're going to get a better driving Corey Connors than last week. I think history says that's just a given. We'll see a positive variance. I took a guy at the same line. Well, actually, I didn't get the same line. I took Matt Fitz at 50-1 in his spot. And I do think Connors brings a higher floor, but if we're talking about winning against this field, I'm more comfortable with Fitz.
Yeah. Blake, you don't like Fitz, do you?
The number's I'm seeing a 55 right now on Fitz. It's kind of intriguing.
It's a good course for him for sure.
I think he's just not playing well this season. I don't know. He doesn't have it for me.
I kind of agree. But during the March swing, he went 5th at the Players, 10th at Valero, and he gained tee to green at Valhalla. He just lost 3 strokes putting in 2 days. He's a straight driver of the ball. The only time he wasn't was when he had that weight in the club head, and he came out. Yeah, I'm just
right. But since then, he's been bad. Like, he's gotten worse every tournament. No,
I'm kind of willing just to bet on Matt Fitz's putter and being a grinder when the scoring.
I agree. Yeah, I don't hate it.
Looking at his tee to green game, it's like, okay, I don't putt like Gary Woodland this week, and I'll take how you're hitting the ball. I think it's fine. He's got great history here, very accurate in 4 out of 5 trips off the tee, gained an approach 4 out of 5 times. And we know he can grind. And whenever we had Rom in 2020, Fitz and Finau were the two we had to go through. I think Tony shot, 79 on Sunday? Just ejected. I forgot.
Yeah.
But he was up there to start, and he just collapsed. But we had to go through Fitz that day, and I think we beat him by 3, 4.
Yeah, but they took one away because he put the club behind the ball.
Yeah.
Fucking libs.
I think it's a good case on Fitz. I see the case and I like the case. Yeah, he
has a better shot at winning than Connors, no?
Probably. But everyone's a loser till they're not. But with Fitz was a loser. How we probably said the same shit about Fitz that we said about Connors before he won.
Oh, I'm much closer on betting Connors than Fitz. Don't get me wrong, but I still think Fitz has a better chance to win.
Yeah, probably does. And you're right, he is not playing well. But that's why he's 60 to 55 to 1. If he was playing well, it'd be 28.
Yeah, I agree.
What do you guys think of Finau?
I think my Finau experiment is over, man.
Yeah,
over. I thought it was too. I'm looking at 65.
I want to beat him with a bag of bars of soap.
Fair. All right. Well, we'll forget Finau. I'm not betting Finau. Damn, I'm looking at a 55 Sahith. I really like that.
55 is good.
That's a good.
Right?
Yeah, I can't.
He opened at 35, didn't he?
Yeah, it's just gone up. You don't like that?
I like it.
No, let's have that conversation. Like when guys, their number goes up, we typically don't like to see that, right?
I don't like it. I mean,
we need to find out if anyone ever wins when their number goes up.
I can say that out of the ones that we were all on, Decky did not, because you guys had 80, I had 70.
Yep.
I wasn't on Akshay with you, but when I had Neiman at Jetta went up for me.
Yeah, that
doesn't fucking count, dude. There's like 10 people betting on it.
Okay, so just PGA Tour. Okay.
I'm sorry, we don't need to figure it out now. I just want to know in general, like how anybody can figure out guys that have won, have their odds gone up during the week? Have they increased in like the 20 to 50 range?
Yeah,
won't happen much this year since we haven't had a lot of wins in that range, but just in general.
I want to say Akshay might have moved the other way.
Moved down, right?
No, I thought he might have been like 55, and he drifted to 70. We're like, we just got to fucking take it. He's playing too well.
I convinced you early on that one.
Yeah,
you didn't think it was that high, so it did go up.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think it was like 55, so I kind of looked past it, and you're like, he's 70.
Yeah.
That's when you went on Mayo, and you guys were like, you know what? We're doing this together, and there's some voodoo with you going on there and throwing out winners.
Yeah, we're going there this week, so hopefully something good happens. It is an interesting case. And the Tagala I like, but I mean, I don't know. No.
Yeah. All right.
All right. What's Benny now?
He's 55 as well on FanDuel.
There's
So he's
another one
moved
that's
that
gone
direction.
up. Yeah. So what do you do there? Did you already bet him, huh?
Yeah.
All right, give me Benny.
I bet 50.
Okay.
I don't know. He told me he could win this event, and that always helps.
I still haven't listened to that.
Or the Brandel one.
No, I really want to listen to the Brandel one.
So he opened at 55 on FanDuel. Every other book he's gone down. What's he now everywhere else, Devon?
So Benny DraftKings. I don't have, for some reason, they don't have it up on here. But I was looking at it earlier just because FanDuel is taking forever, and that's what I use for the most part. And DraftKings was 50 to 1 this morning, and you can go here on 365, 40 to 1, Caesars 45, and I think this is that's MGM 45, and Ripper 40.
I wouldn't say that really moved. It's kind of staying still.
Yeah, so it doesn't have a 5 next to it anymore unless you go to FanDuel, but that line is what I got it at, and I watched the line get uploaded. So it took way too damn long today.
You bet Benny?
I bet it.
You guys both bet Benny, so now I'm going to have to fucking bet Benny. What the fuck?
I mean, he lost. This is the place where he can win. He lost in a playoff to Bryson here. You said you're on Bryson. The golf course owes Benny one. And just look at the way he's been. Like, if you just put player A, B, C, D, E, F, and you looked at his season this year, there's very few people who are playing better than him this year.
I couldn't look at just say fucking Benny.
I know.
And one thing I'll point out on Benny, I'm kind of a hypocrite for the driving accuracy thing, but he hits it a mile.
Yeah.
So I think we can overcome that when you hit it further than everybody but Rory in the field.
And he's great around the green. If he misses a green, really good around the green.
I agree. He's playing so great. Can he beat this level of a field?
Yeah, I mean,
I
listen to the interview.
I'm gonna tonight.
It's pretty fucked up that you haven't. I'm gonna be honest here.
he has the talent to beat these guys because his A game.
I don't listen to your other pod.
Yeah, but this fucking weekly DraftKings picks. You don't even play DraftKings. This is interviewing players that you like.
I know. It's fucked up.
Do you listen to it, Devon?
To you and Tom, yeah, I listen.
Not Tom. Did you listen to the Benny On interview?
Yeah, I did. He was pretty candid about.
I'm an asshole.
Yeah.
I don't expect you guys to listen to the DraftKings show.
I
DraftKings.
listen to you and Tom.
But yeah, you can listen to that too. But you got to listen to fucking player interviews.
Yeah, I listen to I don't know. Players don't do it for me. They don't give you anything.
Yeah, but it's your buddy talking to him. Isn't that cool?
Yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
I want to listen. Listen, I'd rather listen to the Brandel one than the fucking Benny one.
Yeah.
Right? Was Brandel more insightful than Benny?
Yeah, the Brandel one got
definitely more insightful than Neiman, right?
Neiman was like annoyed to be there. That one was not good. But besides the fact I got to break news on it,
right.
But Brandel got a lot of views. The Benny one didn't really do much.
I'm going to listen to both.
Well, good.
I'm checking all the boxes. I'm checking all the boxes this week. All right.
Maybe that's why this is happening to you, because the karma.
It could be.
I wish we got to see Luca meet Benny, though. I wish that wasn't off. That's what the people want. That's what we want.
Dude, I got to be honest with you. I was worried he's going to say something fucked up.
Really?
Well, I don't know. He's never seen like
an Asian.
No, he's never seen an Asian. True story. He's a little kid. He's just turned 4, and
seen him on TV.
Yeah, but he sees him playing golf. They don't really show him up and close, and he barely watches. He like pretends he's watching. He doesn't really care. So I just wanted to make sure, like, he's polite and everything, meeting somebody new.
He was good.
Yeah, it was good. He was good.
Don't tell me. I gotta go watch it.
No, he wasn't on it. That's what he was asking.
Oh.
The only thing that wasn't good, actually, and this is a little bit of a profiling going on, was I said to him, because every time I say, "Who's your favorite player?" Benny. So I said to Benny, I said, so while I introduced him, I said, "Luca, tell him who your favorite player is." And he goes, "Hideki."
Hell yeah. What did Benny say?
Okay. He's like, all right. Yeah, it's funny.
Did you tell Benny that he always says Benny when you ask him to win?
He's like, oh, he's so cute. Like, and that was it.
Yeah, he's like, get your kid out of my face.
Yeah, he didn't really. I was going to go upstairs and get my son real quick. He's like, all right. No, but he was cool. He didn't care at all, obviously.
Okay. I guess I'm going to bet Benny with you guys. Okay. We're in on Benny. I'm 550.
You better take a fucking loan out.
I'm definitely taking a loan out to get through these 2 weeks.
Oh, it's probably lighting cash on fire, probably. I mean,
yeah.
Historically, it has been, right? For a pretty good chunk of time.
Yeah.
Betting on this guy.
All right, so I guess I'm out on Keegan now. I was interested in Keegan.
I'm on him. I'm on him too.
All right, give me the Keegan. I think Keegan has a great case. He's hitting it really well now too. Last 3 weeks, he's been great.
He is hitting it really well, driving it so accurately too. And actually, he's 9th, I believe. Let me pull up that tab. He's 9th in Matt's model in every single stat. Strokes gained total at Muirfield, strokes gained on Nicklaus, putting here, approach, good drive percentage, and strokes gained ball striking. He's top 25 in the field in all stats. I think we know that he wins when the going gets tough, besides Travelers, where he had the best putting week of his life, if I'm not mistaken. And
yeah.
he's when the going gets tough, Keegan comes out. He's hitting it straight. And I actually texted Matt earlier because Keegan was on my radar for this spot. Had Keegan, Shane Lowry, and Sepp. I kicked Shane out myself, and I texted Matt and I said, Keegan or Sepp? And he said to me, better chance Keegan wins, better chance Sepp gets second. And I agree with that. I don't know which Keegan I'm getting. I was on him a good bit early in February, March, and he just looked a little injured. I mean, something wasn't right. But I think now, Keegan's motivated to get the wins. He feels like he deserves more than he's received in the last year or two. And I do think he's showing that he can play some great golf. 18th at Valhalla while being neutral with the putter. And then obviously T2 at Schwab. And that he was neutral in approach that week, which is the first time he hadn't gained an approach since API.
That's crazy. He actually finally putted, and then his irons let him down. He still finished second. And
he's got pretty solid history here. Back in the day, it's been a while, so that is a slight concern. But 2015-16, he went T10, T10, and he's driven the ball here, or driven it well here always. So I just think that at 70-1, yeah, there's a lot of losers in front of him with a way worse chance to win this thing. I mean, in front of him, you have Alex
Benny Ann.
Spieth.
You got Benny Ann in front of him.
Why does Sungjae have shorter odds than Keegan? It makes no sense to me.
Yeah, I agree. I agree there.
So 70-1. That's my fourth guy. Colin, a 50, a 55, and a 70. So I'm more than okay with it. He was my last ad on the card, so not too comfortable, but talent play.
You're still probably a little bit light, huh?
Any shade on Keegan here, Matt?
I have no counterpoint to any of that stuff. I get it. I don't know. I don't think he's winning.
And
Fair.
I will say on Keegan, he's 50-1 everywhere else. He's still sitting 70-1 on FanDuel. I would not take those 50s, but 70, yeah, count me in.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to kick him to the curb in favor of Benny.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good bet. I mean, wouldn't shock me if he won, but I don't think he's going to. So it is what it is.
Okay, I looked at Straka. I looked at Lowry. Think we're gonna pass on both, correct?
Yeah, I mean Lowry just can't win, but his Nicklaus results are crazy. He's playing pretty well. But I'm just not going down that road. Watch him miss a fucking 4-footer. Fuck that.
60 though.
I know, but he just can't
Actually
win.
have a 75.
Can he win? No. The answer is no.
The answer is no.
Right?
I don't know. Can Benny? What's the difference between him and Benny?
I mean, Benny's improved putting. He's not the worst putter on the face of the earth.
He's not. I mean, he did gain a bunch of strokes putting at Valhalla.
Yeah, 8 strokes in one round. It's like the one way you don't want him to do it. He does it.
Dude, he set a major record, man.
Why can't you just gain 1 every round instead of gaining 8 in one?
That's how it shaked out.
I watched him hit a putt on Friday in the featured groups. It was a 2-footer, and it did not even come close to the hole.
What, a Canadian?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got eye problems. Yeah, fuck it. I'm out.
Devon just mentioned Cam Young's all the way down to 70-1.
Cam Young can fuck off. He's not even playing good anymore.
No, he's not.
I agree. You guys are a loser.
Yeah, big time.
All right, that brings us to the next guy, value bet here. Willie Z.
Yeah, I like Willie Z.
Did you get that? Did you get that 110?
I didn't. I didn't. I got the 80. 80 on DraftKings.
I bet a 70. Okay, so he was 5th, not last year, 2 years ago, right?
Yeah.
He's 75 on FanDuel. Okay, like that. Fifth in 2022. Is there an injury concern? Yes, has to be an injury concern. PGA Championship, he wasn't bad at all. Statistically, he was good. Finished 43rd. He's had some good finishes at some big boy golf courses. Is what I like most about this bet. Second
Even
at the
this year.
Genesis, fourth at API, ninth at the Masters. Just
So
the only problem is the last two big boy courses he played, he didn't fare so hot.
Right, but the thing is, if the injury is a concern, and it is, I don't think he's still shown despite that he can come in these good places.
It's a great point.
Yeah, Devon, so what are you gonna say?
I agree with you guys on the fact that it's like, hey, talent play at the number. I mean, he's a legacy course guy, like you're saying, and he was also good at Riv. I mean, he had a 3-shot lead on Saturday at API, and I think
he plays the big boy course as well.
Yeah,
big name events well.
So betting him here, talent play, it wouldn't be out of nowhere. He's had good finishes this year, and he's playing all right. It's not like it would be completely crazy, and top end level. Like if he's at his best, and if he does have it this week, he can beat anybody. The irons are great.
He's fucking 40-1 to win the U.S. Open.
Yeah, he plays tough courses great. I think he's just a little bit under the radar. People are done betting him. Now, would it shock me if he was +4 through 3? No, not at all. I think he's a very low floor, high ceiling play. That's what you want out of an 80-1 guy. I think he could. I think he could win.
I do too. He's actually been pretty good hitting fairways. Good drives gained the last 24, 17th in the field.
And Devin, I know you don't think he can win, so let's hear it.
Yeah, I texted you yesterday and said there's nothing that could make me bet on him the rest of the year, and I stand by that. He's in the same boat as Spieth with me. Zal
Spieth?
Yeah, Zal and Spieth. I'm not touching either one the rest of the year.
Shouldn't touch Spieth for the rest of his career.
But Zal,
except that Colonial.
With this new swing, he's lost some speed off the tee. I think the margin for error is slimmer than it was, and I do think he can hit it much straighter than he has the last month. I think that could potentially be injury related because we had him in Houston, and he was the most accurate driver on the tour at that time. So I do think he has that in him to hit every fairway. So I'm with you. High ceiling, low floor guy. I just think this is the week that we're closer to the floor than the ceiling.
Okay.
Probably. I mean, that's more likely than him winning, obviously. Right?
Yeah, definitely more likely. Isn't this the score we want for him?
Yeah.
For sure.
12 under?
If he was in form, he'd be 18-1 and he'd be the most popular bet.
Definitely.
So he's 80, so fuck it.
Yeah, we're just going to take a stab at him.
And he applies to that thing earlier. 6 out of 10 were neutral or putting or worse last year. You don't need Zal to gain 2 strokes putting this week because you're signing up for his tee to green game. So I think the fit is there. I just don't think it's the week for him. But for all I know, he could be this week's Bob Mack, 80-1 then, 80-1 now, and I'm the one missing out. That's a real possibility too.
That's the range, and you're gonna have to do a fucking butt chug of cayenne pepper if that happens.
Hey, the 2.5 men picture, it'll go back to its original form.
I love all these memes. I'm just involved in all of them, and I have had $0 off the guy. I'm just thrusting my dick with you guys.
It's just me, you, Bob, and Bob Mac's dad.
Yeah, me and Bob Mac.
Just you had nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
That's great. All right. My card is complete. You guys have another guy, but so round out my card. We had Colin. I got 18. Summit 16. I bet it at 14. Don't give a fuck. He's winning. JT 25. So that's the main bulk of it. Then I got the Connor 60, Zal 80. Who's my other guy?
Did you say Benny?
Benny
Benny at 50. That's right.
and Connor. Yeah.
Okay, so yep, Colin, JT, Benny, Connors, and Zal. You guys have one more guy. So who is this prick?
Surprised you didn't latch on to this guy. I mean,
Me
you
too.
always do. Justin Rose, 125-1. Not very likely to win, but I mean, he was just sixth at a Nicholas Design, Valhalla. The PGA stats were good. Followed it the next week, 5.9 on approach at Colonial. He won this thing in 2010, and he's got great history of 13-6, 2, 13-6, second, 8th, and 8th at 125-1. Fuck it.
Here's another made up narrative that I might have made up. But when has a guy won something like 15 years ago and win it again when he's 45?
Tiger at the Masters.
Yeah, fuck you, Tiger at the Masters, bitch.
Tiger came for the answer to any of these questions.
Phil Mickelson at the PGA, cocksucker.
Not the same course. Not the same course.
This got to be
Jack
somebody.
Nicklaus.
Stu Sink had to have won the Heritage before. No?
That actually would be a good example.
Cooch has to have done something.
No, he hasn't.
Actually, Justin Rose. He definitely won Pebble at some point in his career. No?
I'm gonna look those up. That's actually good.
I'll do it right now.
Let's see.
Rose won Pebble in 23.
Yeah, we know that, but did he win it when he was a young lad? And Sink is a no.
I knew he was a no, actually. Yeah. Is he gonna win? I don't think so, but whatever. I can see him being involved, can't you?
Yeah, definitely. I get it.
I mean, I wouldn't be betting him if he was 80.
It's a good number.
And we're talking about Nicholas. He was T6 at Valhalla where he gained 8 on the greens putting. Like you mentioned, Blake, just killing it in approach. He's driving it as accurate as ever in his last 4. And we know he's a flusher at heart. But what I found interesting when you brought him up to me, because I'm just full tailing you on this one, Blake. I loved it. You brought it up to me last night. Justin Rose is number 1 in strokes gained putting at Muirfield Village out of Matt's model.
Yeah, he can't gain 10 strokes putting this week.
He
Definitely can. Rosie does that.
Yeah, and you just mentioned Pebble. His best results are on places that he likes. I mean, that's what happens when you get old. Yeah, I don't think he wins, but I couldn't find a second guy, so I'm loading up an army. So I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely get it. I definitely get it.
You're a Rose guy, man. Lucas Glover, he's had to have won something twice.
Cooch is a no. Cooch has never won at the same course twice. I'm not saying they haven't won the same place twice, but I'm saying with 15 years in between.
Yeah, I know.
Obviously, because Trickers. Lucas Glover is a no. He's won Disney Resort, U.S. Open, Wells Fargo, John Deere, Wyndham, St. Jude. Who's the other one you said?
It's probably a no, so don't worry about it. Chris Kirk.
Yeah, I mean, I just think a lot of times you say like, oh, this guy won here back, but I always look for guys, and again, narrative based guys who have been good at the course but haven't won. Like the same reason we said we like Colin and I like JT because of that reason.
Yeah.
I know he hasn't won. I know Colin's won at the course, not the event, but nope. Kirk is a no. So, but I don't know. I'll throw $50 on 110-1 just so I don't have to fucking pretend I'm not pissed when you guys win like you did this week.
So I have a reason for you to do that too. I was on Rose's Twitter. I sent this to some friends, just kind of like, hey, if you need any selling on Justin Rose, here you go. One tweet is next stop, Memorial Golf PGA Tour, and then hashtag 2010 champ, like his old ass likes to do. The next
There
one
we go.
is good luck today, Bob Mack. Retweet for the trophy.
Oh yeah, that's his partner. Come on, butt
Yeah.
buddies, Euro butt buddies.
He said, partner, congratulations. So Bob Mack got us. If we get a back-to-back on Bob Mack and Rose and you aren't on it, you're going to be sick to your stomach.
He's
Yep.
not winning. Don't worry.
You're not winning, but just
That's what
the
I said with Bob Mack, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I was pretty confident on that one. And I feel like you guys like the play here with this, but I don't know. I don't know if you really truly believe you could win.
No, it's more of a number play to me.
Yeah.
Not as last guy.
Yeah, and you got one more guy, Devon.
Yeah, I'll keep this one short and sweet. He has no chance at winning. I will bet him here almost every year, especially if it's triple digits, which it has been a handful of times. Ricky Fowler at 150 to 1. I was on him last year here as well, and he got 9th. But Ricky, he's got a second, an 8th, a 14th, an 11th, and a 9th. He was absolutely killing it tee to green at Schwab until Sunday, where he just lost it, as did many that day. He's driving the ball super accurately. His 2 most accurate driving rounds came then. Is he playing well enough to win? No. Even if he was, he still wouldn't win. But 150 to 1. I am a little light. You asked me that a minute ago, Matt. I'm pretty normal. 2.6 to win 20 this week. But Ricky, I needed my last one. And if Ricky won as many times as I bet him at Memorial, if this were the time, I would be sick to my stomach. Right before Quail, Blake mentioned that, hey, he's starting to hit it a little better. So, yeah, why not? Go Ricky. He won't win shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he won't.
I agree with the last thing you said. All right. Okay. That's about it. Oh, we got fucking live, but we don't have time for the fucking live. Well,
We'll
I
just
don't
tell him
know.
what we're gonna bet. We're gonna bet Hatton,
yeah.
right?
Yeah. Hatton 14 to 1. He was I think all of our first instincts in terms of course fit. Has some good results in Texas throughout his career. Good short game, good profile player. You know, Anthony Kim won here. I'd kind of say 2014 Anthony Kim. Hatton has some similarities to his game. You guys have any other reasons to add besides that?
He's one of the best players on live, and I feel like he's got a live win in him this year. I don't think we need him to drive the ball incredibly well. Go out there, flush it, and keep that putter hot like he has been. Top 5 putter on live this year.
And then we also bet Chikara 140.
Chikara 140 to 1. He's been saying he's playing much better. He's been hitting it really well. Qualified for the U.S. Open. He's a Latino. Latinos like Texas.
That qualifier was in Texas as well for U.S. Open.
Yeah. So I think he's long shot who is a high upside, good young player. I'd like to see him involved.
I'm looking at these qualifiers right now.
Blake, are you with us on Patrick Reed, 35 to 1?
Not yet. You can sell him to me if you want. Besides that, he lives in Texas. That's the only selling point you guys have given me so far.
That's about what mine is. He lives in Texas, and he gained on approach here every time he came here, and he lost strokes putting when he came here. Okay, Patrick, putt like yourself, and let's prove that maybe you just didn't have it that week. Plus, I do think he's going to be a little pissed off that he isn't in the U.S. Open. His major streak's over.
Did he not try? I didn't see his
he
name.
Drew from it.
Neiman is right on the number right now. He's got 4 or 5 holes left.
Yeah.
At the moment, he's in. Cooch is in. He's tied for first in this qualifier at Bears Club. Him and
Maybe he's
Berger.
gonna win.
Your boy Burmese qualifying too.
On Reed real quick. He has a 10th and a 17th here in 4 tries, so that's pretty damn good. And I think he's pissed off, chip on his shoulder. I still like targeting guys in live who haven't won yet. He hasn't won yet. He's been solid. Gained strokes in the remember throughout the PGA, Blake. You were on him, weren't you?
The PGA? How was it? I'm at the PGA.
Or was the Masters?
Masters, I was on him.
Okay,
played well there too.
He was playing good he fell off at the end of the PGA, but he still gained strokes and approach for the week. I just think this is a type of course, that he likes. And I think the number's fair compared to the rest of them.
Definitely a fair number. Yeah, like him better than Casey, right?
Casey, I just think
time's over. Yeah.
And I bet Munoz at 70. Every event this year he's been like 30 for some reason. Now he's finally a fair number at 70. He's good. He's been in the top 20 in almost all of his live events. He's been solid, and I just think he's a Texas guy. The Latinos like Texas. For some reason, he was one of my first instincts. So I thought
it's gonna be hot. Gonna be in the 90s down there, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming it always is. Then,
but do the weaker players contend on live anymore?
Brendan Steele won.
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Hong Kong had a bunch of weaker players. I mean, I know the top 3 in the playoff were all pretty good players, but if you go down that leaderboard, let me go pull it up. Hong Kong. Yeah, I mean, you had Bland, Charles Howell, both in the top 10. Kevin Na, Ian Poulter, Graham McDowell. Like, these guys were top 10. And that's kind of a plotter's track, not obviously much shorter than.
I think a bunch of shitty guys at Adelaide, too.
Dude, if Munoz won and Live Houston, would that surprise anybody?
No, not at all.
So, he has some good Texas results in his career. Wasn't he involved during that? I get him and Ortiz on the leaderboard confused sometimes.
Yeah, it was Ortiz. He won in Mississippi, though.
Yeah, same thing.
Bermuda.
Yeah.
They're both Bermuda. You in or out on Peters? Peters is a popular bet this week.
I'm not in.
Okay.
Devon, you're in?
Yeah, I'm in on Peters. 50-1. I wouldn't take the 35 that I'm seeing now, but I got 50-1 on Caesars earlier today. And I think that he's playing some great golf his last 5 weeks. Here we go. We have Thomas Peters. He's 9th in Miami, 14th in Adelaide, 5th in Singapore, and then he went and got T2 in his home country on DP World.
He just doesn't fucking win.
Yeah, he has a winning problem. He played good here his first ever time in terms of tee to green. He really played well in approach, gained 4. I just think, he's playing some good golf, and he hit the ball well when he came here. Kind of a talent play for the same reason. He hasn't won on live, to my knowledge. And
yeah, I'm probably just betting Hatton, to be honest with you.
Yeah. You bet you Chikara too, right?
And Chikara. And Marty Keimer. Don't forget that one. 275-1.
I'm on that.
Couple shekels. That's just wasting money.
Yes, it is.
It's taken right out of my kids' college fund, so whatever.
There you go. Fuck them. All right. Well, Zoe's going to get a scholarship anyway, so you can spend that money on betting.
Boom. That's right.
All right. All right, guys. So great win, Bob Mack. Hopefully we get a win this week so Blake can enjoy the festivities. The type of year we typically get hot. Always have someone in the mix here. I'm expecting a good week.
Great stretch of golf coming up. Great stretch of golf coming up. Enjoy it.
Tap, tap, tap a room.